Welcome back to City Skylines 2, the City of Palm Bay, Episode 5. So, I want to work on over here at Markham. Oh, by the way, this is all infilled here. I used the new platter mod here for this, and I might have to do some tweaking on that, but right now I want to focus over here in Markham. Since the last video, I put this road in. I put these cul-de-sacs and suburbs here. So, unfortunately, I don't know if there's anything like the road planner mod like there was in City Skylines. But eventually, if there is, I could use that as a future when the city expands, that these roads can be placeholders. So for now, that's what these are, is placeholder roads. We're going to focus solely on this over here, finishing up Bordero, fill in this part of Markham maybe, and maybe over here in Railroad Gulch. I think it was what I said the last time. But over here in Markham, we have the cemetery. And let's take a look at how that's doing so far. There's been nobody dead. And I think we need to make sure we add our services here. So Bordero, Jellum City, Jellum Heights, Marina, Railroad Gulch, Iron Triangle, and Jellum Village, and Bayside, Pumpkin Hill, and Redfield. Oh yeah, looks like I filled in Redfield too. Well, that's interesting there. Didn't realize that. Nice. So far we've got additional burial plots and columbarium. But we're not going to add that right now. So, for the time being... Oh, is that a train going into the depot? Oh, look at that. So this is what Redfield looks like now, and I think we might want to change... These buildings are... Yeah, look at this. We're coming down here. This is at street level. That's way too tall. I would probably prefer it to being this height here instead of this height. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'll come back over here when I clean up more Redfield, and we're going to come back over here to Bordero. Actually, I'm going to rename this North Palm Bay. Yeah, I like that. And so eventually this will become downtown. Jellum Heights is going to probably stay the same, and I'm going to leave Markham here alone for now. Eventually this will be South Palm Bay. This is going to be actually from about here on will be the community park, and it'll stretch over here to the highway. But right now let's go work on what I said we were going to work on. So I'm looking at my services. I'm looking at my demand. Sorry, and I'm looking here, and we have a demand, and let's find out why. So we have. This is our. Oh, we got 14 homeless people, and where are they? Where are they hiding? Where are the bums hiding? I don't want no bums in my city. And I don't see any encampments yet. So okay, that's looking good. Let's look at our info views here. So the roads, we got a lot of traffic right here, and looks like some traffic there, and a little snarl right here. I don't know why. What's going on here? Oh, by the way, this is the first video I'm doing since City Skylines 2 had updated. Let's see, traffic. Traffic is not. It's could be better. But where's our volume at? Okay, so our volume is coming this way and coming out of here. It's high, so they're cutting across instead of going here. Interesting. I don't know if I like that. And then of course you got this traffic coming here. Interesting. Okay, water's good, electrical's good, healthcare and and death care is fine. Garbage management is fine. Fire, no fire hazard. Some disaster control. There's no availability right now. We don't have any shelters, at least not yet. Jail capacity is pretty good. There's very low crime right now because I have the crime remover mod. Jellum City has the main building here. Education, we're doing very excellent here on education. Maybe some elementary schools might be needed, probably over in here, or maybe over here on the north end of Markham, but I'm going to leave that for later. Transportation, we only have a couple thousand, almost 3,000 people traveling by rail and 237 by taxi. No bike capacity right now. No post office, no telecoms. Leisure, we have a couple buildings like this one here. What is this one? I'm not going to worry about that. Let's see, we're back over here at leisure. We only have a few parks and not really a whole lot. I think that's a playground there at the elementary school. Tourism is centered there for some reason. Tourism should be here, so I might need to add something touristy over here and maybe over here when I fill that in. Outside connections is mostly from rail, so we have some grain coming in, a lot of grain actually, 20% grain. That's interesting. Some crude oil, and that is mostly going probably to the port. Maybe to this facility here at the cargo station. We got some minerals, we got some ore, we got some stone, veggies, metals, coal, livestock, and plastics are the same. What is going out is wood, and that is about what I've wanted for my fictional city. Is a lot of wood coming from places like Jenner in the north and Perkins over here in the south end of the city. Some fish, definitely want some fish going out. We got some petrochemicals, some vehicles. We got some electronics and chemicals and steel, timber, a little bit of timber, not as much as I was hoping, because I'm guessing what's going on is that all the timber that's coming from Jenner and Perkins Point is being, the wood that's coming from there, rather, are being shipped out of the area, and maybe a few timber products are being sent out as well. So we got food and pharmaceuticals as our the rest of our imports, and then let's see, outside connections over there and there. We got roads right here, train tracks. And I don't know what that says there. I don't know why it's not showing. Residential is okay. Most of our residential in Jellum is in Jellum Heights and North Palm Bay. And so far they're doing good. Commercial, we have some commercial here, and looks like the hot spot would be preferably here, but we don't have any demand for that, as well as high density residential. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. Industrial demand, so far the only industry, at least in this spot here, is the fishing building. And what else? Going back, spin around over there, and there should be. Okay, there's no industry over there. Interesting. I'm not sure if I like that or not, but we'll worry about that later. And then, of course, our offices are here, centered here in the trade center of Palm Bay. Building levels. Land value is extremely high around here. So that's not bad. Profitability is about 50%. It could be better. Natural resources, we got plenty of fertile land. We got plenty of wood to go. 100. So we got that renewal rate is actually phenomenal. Look at that. ore. We have some ore, some oil, plenty of oil, plenty of fish, and maybe we'll get some specialty in there. Population, like I said, we got 39 coming in, being born, and we have 12 dying a month, which is accessible. We don't have a lot of people leaving away. We got a bunch of jobs open, and unemployment is still pretty high. So the homeless rate is not terrible right now, but it will have to improve. And happiness, we don't have. Yeah, they're upset. There's no mail, lack of entertainment, internet, no internet. They're not terribly upset about traffic, but we'll fix that at a later date. And healthcare coverage is unreliable. Household wealth is average. Everybody here coming is pretty wealthy. They're making about 2,300 a month, 2,400 a month roughly. Let's round up. Rent is pretty damn cheap, actually, considering, in California, in this area would probably be like 1,200, 1,300, 1,500 a month, especially on the coast. So it'd probably be a lot higher. Upkeep is about $60 a month, and average resource cost is about that much. Fees, so I guess that one is the higher one right there. Workplace availability. So we got a lot of people who are we got some that are uneducated, which is not terrible, but we can fix that. Most of the people in the city are either poorly educated or educated. We have some well educated, and we have highly educated, very little highly educated, so we need to bump that up at some point. Open positions are 225. We got workplaces here, so there's a lot of workplaces and a lot of employees, so that means there's 225 jobs that need to be filled. Pollution, I have worked my hardest to make sure there is no pollution. I don't like dealing with that. There is some noise pollution, especially over here at the rail yard, over here at the port, or at the marina. And eventually I'm going to fill out the marina here. There'll be a marina coming over here, maybe a cruise terminal somewhere over here. And then eventually this will be the Port of Palm Bay. All of this will be the Port of Palm Bay. I'll do that later. Water pollution is pretty good. So that is what we're looking at right now. So that's how it stands. So what do we need to do to fill in North Palm Bay? Now let's see what we got here. I want to add some signature buildings. Let's see what we got here. Let's put the Sapphire somewhere. And there's nothing in this spot, so we probably need to add some landscaping. And look at that. I'm going to bump that up to max. And I'm going to bring you down to about 40. And let's just build a nice little pad right here. And soften that a little bit. And bump that down to about 50. Raise that up to about 100% softening. And we still need some height here. So let's go and drag you in. And soften you up a little bit. And that looks better, in my opinion. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Sapphire right here. But I can't do that because it's encroaching here. But I can do this. Nice. I like that. I want to put the Rock Musicians Mansion. We'll put some residences. Actually, I probably wanted to put that there. So let's get rid of that. And let's put this right here. And we could probably fill in this zoning here with, let's see, we have a need for medium. Oh, I did not notice that City Skylines just did this. So the new people that are taking over the development of City Skylines 2, Ice Lake Studios, I'm actually liking this. Makes it much easier to deal with. We're going to stay with the Southwest, and let's put in some medium density housing right here. But this corridor is actually a commercial corridor, so let's put some commercial. And And okay. Oh, I wanted. Okay, let's go back to our services. Okay, we got mixed residential. Let's see what we got here. Iron press building. Does that fit? No. How about over here? What a burger. Nah, that's too big. Street food trailers. That's too small. Domino's. Nope, too big. Whole Foods. That's gonna go over there in South. So a lot of this stuff I just picked up from the from Paradox Mods. So we got Whole Foods, Domino's, Whataburger, which is probably not. I don't think Whataburger's in California, but I'll have to double check. Costco, Whole Foods, Domino's, McDonald's, KFC, Home Depot, Kmart, IKEA, Taco Bell. Can we fit a Taco Bell? No, we can't. There's no Buc-ee's in California. That's a Midwest to South thing. Gas station, we can't put a gas station in there. There's some things we just aren't able to put in. What about this newspaper stand? Nope, that's too small. Nope. Walmart, that's all going to go in South Palm Bay. So let's keep going. Let's see what we can fill this area in with. What about this diner? I can put this diner, but I kind of want that over on a corner somewhere, though. Maybe right here. Let's put that there. Let's see what that does. Food station, yeah, it's too big. One-stop station, yeah, it's too big. Bait and Bistro, Maritime Museum, Conference Center. Actually, we could put a conference center down over here later on. Actually, let's see. Can we put that over? Nah, it's too big. But we can do... I don't like that because okay, so I can't do that because we got the train station right, or the train tracks right there. But I can put this. Okay, so when I build out this way, I can probably put it over here somewhere along. Okay, yeah, see, we're encroaching on families there, so we'll leave that alone for now. Square center I can put right here. Nice, I like that. What is that? Fashion center. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we could probably put you in here somewhere. I'll deal with that later. Dynasty Hotel, get a hotels and towers and this tea salon. What about this Riverside Grill? It's too big. It's too big for a 2x2, or these 2 wide. Let's see, 4x9, 3x6, 3x2. I can fit that right next to. Let's put that right next to our diner here, and maybe the steakhouse as well. And I'm looking at these sizes. I'm like, this is not big enough. This is too big for this space here. So we'll leave that blank. And let's try to fit something else in here. How about this cafe? This cafe can be right there. This gelato, you could put it right over here, maybe. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, this tea lounge, we could probably put you right there, and that fills in this area right here. We'll probably put it. Let's probably go and put an alley way right here to kind of break up the monotony here. So I've got an alley. I'm going to have it come off right here. And come on, make it 180. And boom. Bada boom, bada bing. I like that. So we'll probably put some parking in here. Add some parking at some point. But so far that's looking good. And can we move this back a bit so it connects with that? Yeah, we can. Okay. And we got some terrain glitching going on here. But if I do that, oh, look at that. Look at that. Looks nice. That is looking very nice. And look at, are these aren't the same, is it? So steakhouse and steakhouse mixed. Okay, I don't want 2 of these like items going on here. And another problem is that this is a corner piece. I did not realize that was a corner piece. So that's going to go. And let's go back to our zoning. And let's bring that back to the southwest. And we'll move on from there. So now we got to do something about here. What can I put here? I still want to put some more of these commercial buildings. So let's have a corner theater. That's too big. That's gonna be the theme here. Is it's too big. I could put this brewery in right here. And then of course the glitching terrain is gonna be a problem here. But you know what? I don't know. Do I like that or not? I don't know if that's going to be what I want right there. So how about we have it facing the road? There we go. Perfect. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Okay. And then, is there parking? There's no parking here. Oh, we got some terrain craziness going on here. No, I don't like that. So how about can we do anything about that? Can we fix this a little bit? Okay, well, that is going to have to go back to, we're going to have to go back to the drawing board on that one. And we're still going to maintain our commercial. But we need to fix this terrain here. And let's do a little bit of landscaping there while I'm here. This nightclub. How does that look? It looks a little better. I'm not too thrilled with the... Can we move that up? Just to... Can we move that up? Yeah, let's make that less of a steep... that brings a problem right there. So I'm going to just demolish that for now, because this needs to be on a flat surface for some reason. I don't know why. But let's put our commercial. Actually, can we put some mixed residential housing in here, and go back and fix these right here, and let's play. Okay, that looks a lot better. Mixed residential is going down. And I'm going to leave this blank. No. Let's not leave that blank. Let's put some more mixed residential in here. Actually, let's put these... Let's put some of this right here and some of this right here. Okay, that's not ideal. Okay, so there's not a huge demand for mixed residential or medium density housing here. So now I need to focus on what can I put over here. And here, there I need to fill in over here. So let's go back to our signature buildings again. And let's put Cine Vista. Can I put... Yeah, but I don't like how big that is. Where's that corner theater? Now, why is... There's something wrong with that. There's nothing overlapping. I don't understand. Okay, fine. So this is gonna be our big movie theater right there, and we'll knock that out. And let's probably put some. We got some demand for office space here, so let's go with low density offices around the movie theater, because why not? How is this? Okay, that's a. Is this a? Okay, that's a residential. Why did I put residential? Well, let's see, how does that look from the train station's point of view? Actually, that's pretty decent. For, you know, a turn of the century Northern California city. That's not bad. Let's kind of fill this in a little more. Okay, we got. Why is our population declining? What's going on there? Oh, look at that. We have 2 homeless people. That's interesting. So we solved the homelessness issue, but we got must be a death wave. No, but there's not a death wave, or people aren't moving away as often. And now look at that. Unemployment is going back up again. Is that because we have higher industrial demand? But we got offices going in. I don't understand what's going on here. Okay, so maybe we need to put some industrial. What's track not connected? Oh, because I remember I was working on my tram line. I forgot about my tram. I was neglecting my tram line for a minute. Interesting. So we're gonna go and just do. Let's do. Okay, that's my tram line. Okay, we'll just have that temporarily there for now. Let's put some industrial in here. And like that. Okay. Maybe a little bit right here and here and here and here. And we have some. Okay, let's see what comes in as a manufacturing. Okay, it's a Fatty Bite. I don't know what that is. Chipperstein. We got Full of Foods. Okay, we got a nice food factory or something, kind of. Tech Vinyl. Okay, these names are getting weird. What is going on here? Soft Ends. We got Benzel. We got Teak Stool Co. Grinder Rock. And Smelt and Blast. And Pat Back Medical. Okay. Okay, now we're getting ridiculous now. We have a lot of electricity going through our city. Okay, our population is still declining. We still have three people, three homeless people. Okay. What about our... Okay, but our happiness is going up for some reason. Walking distance to elementary school. Okay, so so the same stuff that was there before. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see what our demands are. What are they wanting? So they have... Okay. Okay, so we got... Office demand is declining. Okay, what about city policies? Let's get some industrial. Let's get some of these policies going. Promoting our city. No, we don't want high speed. Okay, import. Okay, we're gonna try that. No, we're not gonna. Okay, we could try to be a little nicer. Okay, our demand. What is our demand about? What are they demanding? And let's see our budget is. Oh, we're over budget, but that's okay because we aren't worried. Taxes are fine. We're going to actually get an incentive. Okay, let's leave that at 11% and try to get some more money from the citizens. About 12%. Fees are whoa, that was a hell of a jump right there. Production, what do we need to produce here? So we got a deficit. Why is the city importing wood? Wood is going to heating, processing, and surplus. We got a bunch of surplus going out, and it's going out from there. Okay, probably need to get some farming going on at some point. Oil production, oil drilling. Don't have a ton of surplus on that, but we have a lot of processed goods coming in. So what is this? Okay, so we got metal, looks like metal and coal going into the production, and then it's going out as this stuff here. That's interesting. Concrete, interesting. We got a lot of production going in and not a lot of export of surplus goods. So production, capacity, surplus, and deficit. So there's a lot of stuff that's deficit, but mostly it's the timber. So what's going on is that there's timber coming in and it's going to the factories, but then stuff from outside is coming in and going out as timber and going back out. And it's being okay. Not, and then of course it's going as furniture and paper. So that is something we're going to have to work on at some point. Let's see over here. Let's put some. Let's continue with our commercial district here. I'm just gonna turn this as a okay, we're just gonna leave this commercial corridor here, and that's gonna go on right there to the very tippy top of Markham. So these whole blocks can be commercial. And then Hickory Street, Main Street is going all the way up here. Okay, interesting. Oh, look, our population just bounded back, and we have 6 homeless people. And I still don't know where they're staying. Okay, well, we'll leave that for now. So this will be the commercial corridor for Markham. And we'll probably put some. Okay, now there's a big demand in medium density. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Mixed housing. I don't want a whole lot of mixed housing just yet. Low rent options. Yeah, let's put some low rent options along this side of Division Road. And of course nothing is going to change because we have not done anything. We're going to put some of this right here and along this side of Ashford Street and back up here to this side of Hickory. Now this will probably be okay, I'm going to have to back I probably want to back that up a bit because I want this area here to be the government center for Markham. So now what we have over here, administration. Okay, so we have a Capitol building. That is huge. Holy crap. Citizen Service Center. That's pretty big as well. Welfare office. Oh my God. What were they thinking? City Hall. That's still too big. Modern City Hall. No. District Hall. Holy shit. What can we do here? Central Bank. Oh my Lord. I don't know what to do here. Let's see if we can find it in. Okay, so Hall, Engine Hall, Parking Hall, City Hall, Chinese City Hall, and that's still pretty damn big. What about this Eastern European City Hall? That's still too big. French? Actually, I like. You know what? Let's put a French City Hall here. Probably here. So I'm going to have to bump this back quite a bit to here. Okay, let's go back. And let's try to roughly center that right here. That looks pretty darn good, don't you think? Only I don't like what that's doing here because that is creating this huge disturbance right here. Look at that. So we kind of want to clean that up a lot. And let's just make that boink out right there. And we're going to just clean that up. And then we could probably work on getting this node, this node, this node, and this node. And let's make them all Control H to that height there. And then we can probably, let's see, let's do a slope from right there. Oh, Lord, that's big. And let's see, let's go bump that all the way up to 100 max. So let's go up here. And then nice little area, little pad right here. And then we can soften the terrain. Soften the terrain. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I like where this is going. Okay. So now what we need to do is put over here a fire station. Let's put a nice Southwest fire station right. Actually, I'm sorry. This block is going to have to go. That looks nice. And what can we add to it? Not much. What is this? Maintenance bay. Yeah, you need to maintain your trucks. So, you know. Let's go back over here. And where's that Southwest police station? It's too big for this little area here. Yeah, it's too big. Oh, okay. Fire station or police station. That's still pretty big. Wow, that's huge. But we can live with that for now. I'm pretty sure Markham's gonna change in the future. Okay, let's grab this node here and, whoops, place it this height. Okay, so now let's go back and clean that up a bit. And we'll soften the terrain. Soften the terrain. And I don't like how this height is not matching here. So we'll do that. And let's fix that up a bit. And it's still kind of bothersome. But you know what? We're just going to get rid of this road. And that messed up the nodes here. So that will have to be fixed at some point. So let's back this all the way out. Okay. Okay. It's a little crazy, but it will do. Okay. Let's make all of these heights that height. And then we could probably fill in this terrain. Let's go grab that height. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm sorry, I'm crazy like that, folks. I'm crazy like that. Yeah, I'm crazy like that. And let's soften the terrain. Let's soften the terrain again, one more time, and look at that. Nice and healthy. Nice and healthy little city there. Markham is, oh, we got a cliff here, but we could probably knock that out. Some point that cliff, this hill is going to have to go. So maybe we'll have a road come off of here, off of Spring Street, and then wrap around and back fill in where I took out that other road. So now our population is starting to go back up to it's at 7,680 and climbing. We probably need more over here, but we still have a demand for medium density housing. That's crazy. Okay, so we'll just put some, let's give the people what they want. I correct myself up sometimes. So now we got a bunch more house. Oh, look at that. Pop right in. Look at that. Come on in. Come on in. The water's warm. Okay. So what can I do to fill in here? And you know what? We'll probably put a park over here. So let's find our park. Let's find a nice, suitable park. And Passage Park? No, that's too big. Yeah, it's way too big. Oh, look at that. We got something going in here. What is it? It's a It's a from the Southwest pack. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay, I'm liking. So I didn't have to do anything here, but I was thinking of putting a park. So let's find another park. Okay, that's too big. This wide pocket park. I don't like that. It's too small. Now we got the problem of it's too small. So one by can't if you control dog park. We could definitely put a dog park here. Yeah, let's put a dog park right there, and we need something 3x3 to fill in that spot right there. So let's see what we can find. 8x14. Holy cow! Okay, what we got? 1x1, 1x2, 1x3, 2x2. 2x2, 3. Is there 2x3? Can I can put a. I can certainly put this tiny city park right here, and boom. These people over here can access this park from right there. And we got this other thing going in. I wish it would tell me what it is. Some kind of building. Interesting. Okay, so it's not going to tell me what it is, but it's telling me where it's from, what pack it's from, which I'll accept that. Okay, we got that. Okay, I don't like that. It's not an American building. Wait, it's from the north? Okay, from the northeast region. Okay, so it's a... Well, we'll just call that... We'll just get rid of that. I don't like that Eastern European name going in where I'm trying to build a California city. Yeah, we've got a little petrol station right there. Gas station. It's a gas station. This is California. We don't call it petrol in California. We call it gasoline. Gas. Come on. Come on. Get with the program, City Skylines 2. I digress. Okay, well, that's filling in nicely. We'll leave that going. And look at that. We're bumping up to 8,000 residents in our city. Holy moly, Jesus almighty. I'm loving that. What can I do here? Let's put a park here. Let's see if we can put a... Let's create a custom park. So let's start with, what do I want here? Passage Park. That's too... That's way bigger than what I want here. We could definitely put a playground here. And let's create some paths going up here. Okay, yeah, let's work on that. And let's put a wide pavement path going from here. And it doesn't like that because the slope is too steep, it says. Okay. But it's not connected to my road. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Come on. Get with the program, City Skylines. See what I'm trying to do with my city here is I'm trying to build a city and you're not letting me build my city. Okay. But we can do this. Oh, okay. Now I need to bump that down quite a bit. And let's have that, and then okay, it's got a nice little retaining wall there. Oh, that's really awkward. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that instead. But I don't like the fact that my dog park, you can only access it from here. Okay, and what is going on here? Okay, we need to completely go back to the drawing board because something is messed up with this area right here. Alright, so let's go back over here. Let's go back over into our slope terrain feature. Let's grab that slope and I said that height. Why is it not doing that height? Is this a bridge segment here? No. What is going on? There is some funky stuff going on here. Okay, that's a little better. That's a little better. Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay, we're going to forget the dog park for right now. But we're going to definitely put some pads in here. And saying that's way too steep. Okay, so we'll go from right there. And right there. Oh, man, that's too wide. Okay, so we'll put you in the center right there. And the center right there. Okay, let's go back to our drawing here. Okay. Okay, I like. And we definitely need one going to that corner. Okay, it's not gonna let me do that. So, what can we do from here? Whoa, some funky terrain stuff going on here. What's going on? There's really some funky terrain going on right here. So let's work on that again. And let's go back over here and go back to our terrain tool. Perfect. Okay, still kind of funky, but let's fix that with Move It. Can we fix? Oh my God! I don't know what's going on there, but we're gonna just delete that. Okay. What can we put in? Do we have any props we can add in here? Let's see. Let's find some props, shall we? Okay. So let's say let's find a playground. Gate, play kiosk, cabin, mountain. Okay. Okay, let's put you over here somewhere. Put a play set over here. We'll probably clean that up. Okay. So I'll have to detail that at some point because this is going to be a little park. And we can't do areas or creation tool, specialized industrial, and surface creation tool. Nothing. Okay, we're going to leave that alone for now. So now we got that filled in. Now we just need to work on up here. And you know what? I'm thinking about it. I'm going to, okay. So this road here was using an existing road in the map on the map. So that's Hickory Wood and Division Road. Division Road. Okay, let's just put a nice little segment here. Let's go grab this road and we'll just make a node here, and that'll be Division Road. Garland Street, I like that. Okay, okay. Ironwood Street, that's the one thing I don't like about the roads in City Skylines 2 is that they tend to wrap. They tend to wrap a lot. So you'll have a road like Division Road doing the funky stuff it did right here. So you have to create nodes to get out of that predicament. And then you can't rename. You can't really grab parts of certain roads like you can in City Skylines and edit them the way you want. So I'm gonna have to hope. Oh, we got new employees. We need new employees. Production, hiring, goods. Look at that. We're going to 9,000 people. We're going to hit 9,000. Almost. Oh, okay. Let's hit it. Let's hit that 9,000. All right, and we are at 9,015 residents. All right, so I guess I don't like adding these funky corners here, but I'm going to do something that might be controversial, and I'll put some low density residential right in this corner, and over here, and over here. Let's just, because there's a demand for it. I've got to fill the demand, folks. I hate doing it, but it's got to be done. Let's put some row housing right here. I probably should have put row housing there, but only so much you can do, folks. Yeah, look at that. Boom, bouncing in our residential neighborhood over here. And this side of North Palm Bay is starting to get filled in. And let's see. Okay, let's find out what we can fill in here. Look at this nice parallelogram. I swear this was not intentional. I just was trying to get these roads straight. And then all of a sudden, this road was already veering off because it was following the railroad track originally. And then a guy here, and it was just following this road here. I swear to God that wasn't intentional. But I've got these funky, weird blocks going on here, so yeah, that's what's going on. So let's see what we can do here, and let's see if we can add more jobs. And let's put something. Let's go back to our signature buildings. Back to our commercial. Yeah, I want to stay with that nice old town feel. So we're going to go past the antique store. It looks nice, but not quite what I was looking for. Farmer's market, no. Sports bar, sporting goods store, no. I don't want any of these foreign assets. No. No. Can we put this hotel here? Would that fit in with the theme that we're going here? You know what? This can go right there. And what's the stats on that? 245 employees. That's crazy. But we already got 21 going in. Look at that. Not bad at all. I like that. Okay, going up, and they require food, so we need to work on some food production. And I know the perfect spot to put. Oh, we got some traffic out here. What is going on? So let's put some farms out here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to work on Valley Ford at some point because we got that going on. Where can I put a farm? I can put a farm over here by the railroad tracks. Is that a... What is going on? What? Oh, that's a... What? What? No. Let's fix this. Let's fix this real quick. Convert that right here. Boom. Okay, that looks, and we did it again. Some interesting design choices when I was building this city the first time. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, we got a lot of traffic. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know what? Let's put a farm here at Pumpkin Hill. And it'll go off in this area right here. So let's put a, let's see, we'll call it a vegetable farm. But before I do that, I want to put a, you know what, we'll put farm road right there. Let's put a let's put an alleyway right here and have it kind of go off in this direction. Nice 90-degree angle. There, boom. And can we do this without disrupting the locals? We can. Okay, let's put this farm right here, and the farmer can go to bed happy, and everybody else can go without hunger. We'll just put that alongside the railroad tracks there. And get that even there and there. Boom. Got a vegetable farm. Pumpkin Hill. Pumpkin Hill Farm. So we got, and you can see why it's called Pumpkin Hill, because there is a hill right here. So that's this will be Pumpkin Hill South. So this will be the south field right here, and we'll put a road along this northern edge here. And we'll just bring that right up to the railroad tracks and call that a day. Actually, you know what? I spoke too soon. We'll go like that. And I don't want it to bunch up with that road there. We'll probably put a small field here somewhere, and then will that be enough? Will that be enough? Let's find out. Oh, perfect. You know, I've got some really evil plans sometimes. Oh, but we need to move that. Oh. I need to move that just a little bit. So we'll put that right next to this one. Oh, dang it. And it didn't get to revolve it. That's interesting. But if I do that, I can do this. You know, this video is really getting away from me, because I was planning to do something entirely different, and I ended up doing this. I ended up building farms when I was supposed to be working on something else. But that's how life goes sometimes. You never get exactly what you're thinking you're going to get. And I'm liking that. Now the problem is, I can't do anything with this field here. Or can I? I can. Okay. Because that could go all the way up to this little edge right here. Ah, look at that. We got some funky stuff going on here. So this will be Pumpkin Hill all farms right here, and almost exactly where I want it to be. So let's clean up this district here. Okay. All right, Bayside, you're getting some new access right there. Okay, so now let's fix this right there. Boom. Yeah, we'll just do like that. All right, Boom. And a bing. Alright, and that fixes that problem. Now we got this university issue going on here. So, we're going to have to fix that as well. So, we'll just put that right there. And I like it, kind of. So, let's break this up a little bit. Let's see what we can do to break this up a little bit more. So, we got this kind of going off here. And we could probably... Yeah, let's just... Okay, so we want something else. Let's put some... let's put a cotton... let's put some textile farming right here. But in order to do that, I want to make sure it falls squarely within our area here. Okay, and it's not exactly. But it'll do. Gotta be a little precise there. And we'll just do some of this funky. Okay. And then let's go for livestock farm right here. There we go. We got a farm going on here. First farm in the build. Lovely. And we'll just leave this field here. And look at that. We got 10,000 residents in our city. Things are looking up. And what's the happiness going on? So we still don't have. Okay. So how is there a lack of entertainment? What do they need to be entertained by? I don't get it. I don't understand what they're... Okay, let's see. Where's our tourism tab? Land value, tourism. There's a lot of tourism right here. What do you mean there's no tourism? There's a hotel. You got that there. You got the cafe. You got the gelato. You got the tea lounge. The diner. That thing, like I mentioned already, you got all this stuff right here. You got the Majestic. How is there no entertainment? I don't understand what these people are complaining about. Okay, so yeah, let's look at our job. Let's look at our job history here and see what's going on. Traffic. Oh my Lord, traffic is still actually pretty decent. It's not desirable. No one likes traffic. I don't like traffic. Happiness. Let's see our population. We have 20 homeless people. Where are they? Is there any encampments? Kensington family. No. Household members. Okay. Where are the bums hanging out at? Because they're definitely not here. They're definitely not over in this area here. Are they coming down? I mean, that makes no sense. Maybe they're over here in Bodega? Nope, not in Bodega. Are they up here in Jenner? Jenna A. Riley going home. Riley. One family there. One family there. Poor. Garner family. Cliff. Okay. And that's interesting. Okay. I don't know. But the homelessness. Okay. And look at that. Our unemployment is going down. We got a bunch of people still have jobs. There's a bunch of people still employed. Okay, that's not looking too bad. That's not looking too shabby. Eventually, I want to fill this in here with when the city really starts growing that way, and then this will probably, yeah, I'll probably fill in the university over here and here. That's looking pretty good. Not too shabby there, and we got that going on. And who's waiting for an ambulance? Okay, sleeping. She's waiting for an ambulance? Why? Okay, I'll bite. Or not. That was weird. That was weird. So, Stacy is right over here. Interesting. Okay. And our homeless number just just climbed. Interesting. Okay, what is going on? I don't get it. They're definitely not hanging out here. Are they? Okay, what about we put a bunch of new parks in? Are they hanging out in the parks? No. No, sleepies. Interesting. Brag and Roost. Sleepies. Okay, where are these bums hanging out? Because they're definitely not up here somewhere. They're definitely not here. Oh, I've got a hole. I feel I got to fill in over there. Oh man, our city is really growing. I'm liking that. What can we fit in here? You know what? I'll just leave that. I'll let this naturally grow, and as well as here. Actually, can we put in? I don't want no supermarket. I don't want a lot of these foreign modular zoning blocks. Resident form of the arts. No, it's not what I. That's not really going to fit in right there. This oceanarium can probably go in over here somewhere. Yeah, let's put this over here. It's aquatic water. Oh, you know what? There's my aquarium. There's my aquarium. I've wanted an aquarium in my build, so I will just extend Marina Street here. And I will go along. You know what? Let's yeah. Because eventually this is going to be a promenade right here. I'm going to have this as a nice little promenade right here. And then this will be the town beach right here. I know putting a town beach right next to the railroad tracks is not the best solution, but that's what's going to happen. There's a lot of traffic going on here, and I've got this weird jog going on. I don't know what happened here, but I'll have to fix that at some point. But Main Street, wow, Main Street, come on. Excuse me. That goes, how far does this go? Okay, oh, that's not too bad, not too shabby. Bayfront. Decent, okay, okay. We got a lot of traffic going on here at the traffic circle. What, why? Why is there traffic here? There's not a traffic light, is there? No, I don't see any. I don't see any there. But these people are stopping here. Oh, we got a train going out of town. Yep, cargo train. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm liking this view. Look at that. Look at that view. Look at that city growing that way and that way. And we still don't have a lot of commercial going on here because there's no demand for commercial yet. You know what? Let's put some offices right here then, because we got demand for our offices right here. Low density offices. Let's put that all right in here and here. And you know what? Let's bump that down quite a bit and see if we get some workers over in this part of the city. Maybe put some offices right here as well. Boom. Let's put some offices there and there. And we don't have a demand for offices anymore. That's good. Good. I don't want no more demand like that increasing. So, with that being said, I've largely fulfilled the mission. Except for I don't have anything going on in this area right here. We still have a demand for, let's put some medium row housing. And you know what? We'll leave that alone as for our capacity here. Let's continue Garland Street with this, and then we can go back and where's our low residential? Okay, low density. We put some low density on these blocks right here. You know what? We'll put some low density right there. And maybe right there, because this Garland Street is not the main road. Palm Bay Boulevard is the main road, and that's where all the demand is going to be. And look at that. Now that we've done that, it is filling in. Look at that. There we go. It's filling in. Perfect. I don't know what to do with Railroad Gulch, though. I really don't know what to do with Railroad Gulch. Huh. Darn. I don't know what to do. I could probably put some more stuff here as this grows out, but for the meantime, our next focus is going to be over here in Redfield. Actually, no. Darn. We still have a high demand for low density residential. I don't understand why. You know what? We'll just for shits and giggles, we'll just add some low density right here and give the people what they want, and let them not have a high demand as much, and get that demand off our backs. That way, they can enjoy some nice scenic views of the city from up here in these hills. And wow, that's bad. That's really bad. Let's carve out that hill, shall we? Okay, that looks a lot better. So when you're looking out your backyard, you can actually see this nice little park open space here. Maybe we can even soften that. Can we soften this? Not as much as I want, but not to worry. We'll just back that up a little ways. Yeah, look at that. Nice little slopey hill going on there. Nice little slopey hill. And these, that's quite a steep. That's quite steep. Let's fix that, shall we? And let's make that smaller. And fix this terrain. Alright. You know, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have had a house right here on the edge of the of the hill. I mean, that's one hell of a cliff, don't you think? And of course, one problem creates another problem, because now we have demand for for medium density going back up again. And you know what? I will work on, let's see if we can add that going over to this little corner right here. I'm sorry that it's going to have to be like that, but we're going to have to, okay, let's turn that into ground. Oh, my God. Oh boy. Now that looks a lot better, but I still don't trust that entirely. So I'm gonna go back and do what I said I was gonna do earlier, and I'm gonna just let's start right here. Let's go about right there. Yeah, okay, okay. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Okay, fine. It's not going to like me doing that, but that'll do. That'll work. And then we got that street coming here, and then we can go back and put some cul-de-sacs in. So right there and there, and right there and there. Because our demand for housing is not going to stop without us filling in there. Okay, so that being said, let's put a elementary school in here because I think I remember in here. Oh yeah, look at that! It dipped right there. Let's put a community elementary school like right here. And I'm sorry, that house is gonna go. And community playground. Yeah, let's put that on the other side of the street, shall we? Okay. How about no? Oh no, I don't want the whole thing gone. But what we can do is get rid of the community playground right there. Delete that, and let's see what we can do here. We can add that. And then, you know what? That actually works. So what's our capacity for this right here? 750. Okay, that's look at that. People are already going to school. Them kids are going to school. Look at that. And we just bumped up our total capacity to 1,900. But can we do better? So we got 975 in school. There's 427 in high school right now. There's 900 going to college. And like I said, we don't have the university going. And our uneducated is still pretty damn high. And we got no, I'm not going to worry about crime or what about healthcare is fine. And education, that needs work. Poorly educated. Educated is still is at 11%. Interesting. And our population is stabilizing at about 10,450, which is not bad for a nice little burg. That's going to grow. Oh, this is going to grow at some point. And so is the peninsula. So, yeah, look at that. Okay, maybe we should check out what's going on over here at Perkins Point. Because I did not, I did not authorize that. I did not authorize that. What is this? What is going on here? That's a residential low rent. Oh, these are all low rent housing. Okay. So we're just going to fix this situation. Okay, and how about we lock we should probably lock it when it gets I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yeah, see, that just got rid of a bunch of people. A lot of the citizens in our city are adults, and we got very few seniors and very few teens, and then less than 20% children there, and we got 6 homeless people. So our homeless rate is going, it's fluctuating. So that's pretty good for now. Eventually, Perkins Point will take over How's the lumber company doing? It's losing money. It's costing about 6,000 more per month. What if we put some trees in? Pine, London hickory, evergreen bush. You know, let's put some oaks in. let's give Perkins Point a boost. How do we do that? How do we fix this situation? Oh, I see what was happening. Okay, so they were clear cutting, they were overproducing. That's what was happening. So they didn't have enough, so they had to wait until it grew. And how's this over here at they're not making any money at all. Storage. What about, isn't there a train going up this way? There was. Is this even in production right now? So that's going to have to be shut down. Wasn't there? Wow. Okay. That got shut down. So why is this not making money? Why is this not being... So there's nothing being produced. There's nothing... Wait, where are they storing it? Where? What's going on here? Okay, there's plenty of trees on this side, but I noticed they clear cut over there. So I don't know what's going on. But there's nothing. There's no wood. There's no timber. There's no trains. And to me, that means there's no reason for this line to be continued except for the fact that there's only one passenger train leaving Jenner Depot. There's the train right there. How's this train doing? There's only 73 people. So, might be a good idea to work on that and make the train shorter. Make it, there needs to be fewer cars on that train. And I don't know why that's not happening. Canadian passenger train. Well, where'd that come from? That's way too many people. For a line that doesn't really make a whole lot of money. I wish there was a tourist train available for City Skylines too, but you know, maybe if you guys think that could go in the comments, maybe that could go 2x4. What? That's way too many people. DM. Actually, you know what? Let's turn that on and turn that off. And that train is now arriving at Salmon Creek, and Salmon Creek will have to grow at some point. All right, so now the next step is I kind of wanted to get to Bayside and Marina, but I'm running out of time for this video. I don't even know how long this video has been going on, so yeah, I don't know. So next time I'm going to try and get to Bayside and Marina and Railroad Gulch and try to fill in these as much as I can. And then maybe put a little beach right here. And then of course the city, the Palm Bay Railway Depot or railway yard and the corporate office that are going to have to go here. So I'm going to have to put a little pad here jutting out into the bay. And then after that, I'm going to have to get working on the port of Palm Bay, because that came up right after World War One, where Palm Bay and started becoming a little more noticeable. Okay, so I'm going to go over some of the history, what's going on here. So this was founded in the late 1890s as Jellum Village, and it kind of spread around here as the first episode displayed. And then Jenner and Bodega and Perkins Point all came around at the same time as well. Salmon Creek was a little burg right here. And in the 1915 era, Jellum City and this area started growing, and Markham came around 1916, so it came up right after Jellum City. And then North Palm Bay and its commercial corridor here on the north side of Main Street. Basically, this became North Palm Bay because of the name of Palm Bay. This is Palm Bay. And Palm Bay was so named because, and you know what? Let's put some let's put some palm trees. Not coconut, Sylvester, Royal Palm, Florida Palm, Coconut Palm. Another. Why do I have two Florida palms? That's so weird. So there's Coconut, Illuminated, Royal, Florida. So what's the difference between this one and this one? Because it's illuminated. Okay, so these are all illuminated. So these are the same as these, just with illumination. Okay, we'll go with this. Let's go with this Florida palm. Or no, let's go with this Sylvester palm illuminated. And we're going to decrease our brush size right there to a small grove that came up right here on what is now Main Street. And this grove kind of extended around here a little bit. And it's because some sailors from the Hawaiian Islands, they brought a bunch of coconut trees and some Sylvester palm trees, and they just put some seeds over here, and this grove spread. So in the future, in the marina, there will be a small pocket of these trees here remaining from the historical days of the 1890s when the city was founded. Oh, and then Redfield came up about 1912. And this university will probably show up around the 1930s and 40s. Pumpkin Hill as a district, as a little neighborhood, didn't grow up until about the 1950s and 60s. And Railroad Gulch was kind of named because there's a little gulch right here. I think in the previous build, or earlier in the build. And the railroad built this line right here through this gulch. Okay, what's going on with this train? Is this train ever gonna... So there's no passengers on there? Okay, where is... Okay. Owner, Arbor View. Where is this anyways? Oh. Interesting. On Arborview Street. Where's Arborview? I don't understand why it's called that, but that's very interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's getting a little crazy. I don't know what's going on with these names, but Railroad Line 2. Let's find out what's going on there. And how does that look on... Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, yeah, we'll say that's fair. It's not ideal. I'm gonna have to edit the train lengths at some point to deal with that at some point, because in the future it's gonna be a short train going up, and it's gonna take tourists from Salmon Creek to Jenner and back, and then this segment between Palm Bay Depot and Salmon Creek Depot will be discontinued. And then what's going on here at Perkins Point? There's no lines going here. That's interesting. So anyways, folks, in the next video, I'm going to try and focus my attention on the Marina and Bayside and fill in the gap here at Railroad Gulch. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Y'all have a good one. Bye for now.